What's going on, everybody? Today I want to do a little bit of discussion, if you will, on Gears of War 3. I have a couple videos like this I want to do with a few topics I want to address. For the start of all these videos, I just want to make it clear that this isn't like a review of the game, and I'm not trying to hate on it or anything, but there are a couple of sort of little big things that I'm having a couple problems with the game that I think a lot of other people could agree with me a few things, and I just want to address those and get my own opinions on them. In no way am I trying to be a douche or a troll or anything, but these are just things I'd like to address and talk about. You know, like adults, on terms that we can both mutually agree on. So today I want to talk about the Gears of War 3's Season Pass. Now, this is, I don't know if other games have done this. The only game I can think of at the moment that's doing this is Call of Duty with Call of Duty Elite, which is pretty much a season pass for the year where, you pay a fee and, I mean, it's pretty much what you would think for a season pass. Like if you go to like a water park, you buy a season pass, you get in free for the whole summer, you know what I mean? And it usually covers you, like if you buy the season pass, it'll cost you less than what it would cost you to buy everything else separately. So for the Gears of War season pass, it actually came out the day the game came out. I wasn't aware of it until, like, probably a day after the game came out. And it's kind of the biggest problem I was having with it, and I think what a lot of people are having with it, is it's just kind of there. It's like, oh, hey, here's the Gears 3 Season Pass, buy it now. And it's like, can you save? But what are you saving on? No, there's no explanation. If you go to the Gears of War 3 menu and you go to Event Calendar, it tells you the season pass is there. Then you can go to the marketplace and download it, and it says download the season pass. You save 33% on DLC on the marketplace. That's literally all it says. Then you go to the thing. There's the description, has no details of what it's going to be. Well, like, it's kind of a little bit annoying when I paid $60 for the game, and you know there's going to be DLC for a game like this. You know there will be, but I mean, I put my faith in Gears to think like everything was going to be good, and there are already a few things like weapon skins and stuff that people were complaining about. That's a different topic for another time, but you just think they would want to convince you fully to buy the weapon pack, wouldn't you? I mean, not the weapon pack, but the season pass. So wouldn't you want to add as much detail, like, oh, there's going to be multiplayer maps and character add-ons and multiplayer game types and more campaign? Like, wouldn't they want to say that? But they haven't. And they're already selling it. I'm sure people have bought it without even considering that. But I'm not sure. I saw a couple things where the maps are going to cost you actually like 900 points individually, like the packs, and it's supposed to come with the downloads are supposed to come with, I believe, maybe a weapon skin. I'm not totally sure because there's nowhere this is really fully posted. There's no site. I did a little bit of research, not a whole ton, but you think it would just be on the site where I'm actually buying the stuff, like on Xbox Live. But no, if it's going to be the way, here's what I understand. I was looking through some stuff and I found on a comment, and I'm going to leave this guy's name on the video. It's like Enclave961. He just was the person I happened to found who had the most information that I found was feasible, like really could be true, and it seemed true. I don't know where he got the information from. There might be like a site on a director's manager from Epic Games who said this, but it had a lot of thumbs up and everything. And here's pretty much what he said. With the DLC, you're going to get characters as the DLC packages come out, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're not going to. I think the nearest one is in November, and then they'll probably like wait a month and put another one out and another one. Here's what I got from it. There will be characters released in these DLC packs. There'll be an Onyx Guard, which sounds kind of cool. In this I want to talk about the characters in another video, so I'm going to kind of save my thoughts for the characters because that's actually my biggest problem with the game, which is funny because most people are worried about the weapon packs. Most people really don't care about the characters, but I have quite a few big topics to address on the characters, the multiplayer playable characters. But like I said, Onyx Guard, Big Rig Dizzy, Theron Elite, and maybe some of the pre-ordered characters, but I doubt that because I think they'll just keep that for pre-order, and maybe they'll release them later for money because that seems to be the way Epic is working at the moment, money. But yeah, because some of the pre-order characters were cooler than others for sure. I mean, I pre-ordered from GameStop and got Commando Dom, who I will never use. But oh well. So that's the characters that could potentially come with these map packs. But this isn't confirmed anywhere, so that's I'm just going off of this. It seemed kind of believable, but at the same time, wouldn't Epic want to tell us this before I spend my money, or to confirm me to spend my money? Like, I'm on the fence right now. If Epic had said these things in the package, I'd be like, yeah, right now I'll buy it. But they didn't. So it says here, it says for the maps, there are around 5 old maps that'll be redone and reskinned and everything, and maybe fixed a little bit to be put back in, which I don't mind. Some people find that to be cheap on game developers, like, hey, they're just putting in old maps, they're just cheating us. But if it's a popular map, that's cool. I'm fine with that. And they said maybe a couple more maps, and this says with equal around 25 maps in total. So that's quite a lot of maps. But then again, Gears of War 2 did have a few maps, and I did like it for that reason. Because also maps also double as Horde and now Beast maps, so it's kind of like killing like two birds two birds with one stone, you know what I mean? But that's cool. So maybe if it was like a few maps per package, like in November it's like 3 or 4 maps, maybe even 5, I don't know how much they'd be willing to put in, with like a character and a weapon skin and a campaign add-on, then 900 points is starting to sound worth it, unlike where it's like I don't mean to spam other people, but like Call of Duty, I mean Modern Warfare 2, those map packs were paying double the price that you'd pay for a map pack for that quantity, you know what I mean? Which was a ripoff, and I that's why I'm so leery about all this. I'm tired of getting ripped off by virtual content. And then the campaign, it says 4 to 5 more hours of campaign within Gears. So maybe they'd add like a campaign hour on every time, which I'm fine with if it's a good campaign, along with the different difficulty settings and arcade modes. So that's cool. Beast and Horde, no info yet, is going to be, but more content in them. I don't know how they could do that, but that's cool. One thing I was thinking, like, out of all the game types that they have, they really could add back in Guardian from Gears 2. Was it in Gears 1? I can't really. No, it was not. But Guardian in Gears 2, I think, was next to, like Execution and Warzone and stuff, was probably the most popular one. I know it's the one me and my friends play all the time. And I know Capture the Leader is similar, but take the two game types and hold them together, they're not the same. They're different enough to be their own game types. So they could really add that, and I'd be happy with that. Actually, very happy. It's one of the things I'm missing from the old days. And here he pretty much gave his own opinion on the bottom line. If you buy the season pass for $30, so it's $30 instead of the $45, it'll be when the DLC comes out separately, I guess. It will be listed as free for whoever bought the season pass. So you'd be saving 33%. You'd be saving $15, which sounds pretty good. Because if you're someone who knows, you're like, okay, I know I'm the kind of person who's gonna buy these maps later on, anyways. So I might as well buy it now. That's kind of how I'm thinking. But at the same time, I want to buy this, I really do, even though I'm a little upset with Epic on a few levels. It's just kind of like, I don't know what I'm getting. They haven't released this. They released, you can buy this, but it's kind of like buying a mystery package, you know what I mean? It's kind of like throwing the slot. It's like, okay, put your money in and hope you get what you want. And I know if you, the only thing they're promising with this is like, you get the liquid metal skin pack. Whoa! Because we're not ripping people off with that. And that's, like I said, another discussion for another topic. But why not, instead of like, it's fine like that, but why not, like one thing I was thinking, I was kind of looking at the emulsion skin. I mean, it's a completely separate topic, but why not in the pre-order for the season pass to buy it? Why not get to choose my own skin, or choose 3 of my own skins? I mean, come on, I'm already putting a down payment on. Can't you just give me a few bucks? But it doesn't seem to be that way. So I'm not totally sure. That's it's kind of all the information I could really find on it. There might be some place, if you know some place that has solid information, feel free to link me to it. I haven't purchased it yet, but I'm considering it. I mean, I've got all October before I need to even really consider it. So maybe by then they'll realize that, oh, hey, we should probably tell people what they're putting their money down on, and maybe they'll do that. So, yeah, that's my opinion, but what did you guys think? Any thoughts, any of your own thoughts? Do you think it's a complete ripoff? Do you think, like, hey, this is a great idea, you should do it? Or if you, like I said, if you know that there's information, like solid information from Epic or someone, feel free to let me know, leave a link or anything. Leave your own thoughts, video response, comments, all that good stuff. But yeah, that's going to do it out of me, and I thank you guys for listening, and I'll catch you next time.